Now we come to a very important step, joining the front drawer panel and the rear panel to the legs. That's shown here. Using the indexing pin, we will stagger the hole placement for a total of 6 dowels on each joint. The drawer panel is 3/4 of an inch thick, so no spacer is required. The upper section of the cabriole leg is, however, 1.75 inches thick, so I'm using a 5/8 spacer to provide a relief of exactly 1/2 inch. Now we guarantee that on a comparative basis, these joints are, by virtue of the accuracy, geometric configuration and close spacing, the strongest on the market, period. Let's get started. Now the first thing to do is place your check marks for the two components. We have a check mark here and a check mark on this side. So there's 3/4 of an inch thick, so we don't require any spacing for this one. I've already drilled these holes for speed. So what we're doing here is staggering these holes to give you a total of 6 dowels. So we're drilling through number 2, 4 and 5. Then we're going to use the indexing pin again in the last hole. Redoing this will show you just how accurate this system is. You're not taking out any more material. So now we miss one and do 3 and 4. Drop this down. Now again, miss one and do the last one. Now that's the rear panel done. You can imagine if you were trying to do this with a mortise and tenon, it would take you forever. Okay, now as I said, this is the cabriole leg and it's 1.75 inches thick, so we need a spacer to place our dowels properly. So the spacer in this case is placed between, it's 5/8 thick, and it's placed between the reference block and the reference bracket. And another thing to note here, you'll recall when we cut the cabriole leg and the bandsaw, there were 2 surfaces that weren't touched. That's this surface here and this surface here. Now these are absolutely true and square, so I'm going to use this, that's the rear, using the rear this time for reference because it's absolutely square. The other reason is there's a slate curvature here which affects alignment of Dowelmax, so you couldn't do it that way anyway. So we open up these for the wider width. And remember, your check mark is here and here. So we place Dowelmax like that. That's good. Now you perform exactly the same procedure as you did here. We're going to miss number 1, then drill number 2, 4 and 5. I'm going to use the indexing pin on the last hole. sure it's down firmly. Miss one and do the next two. You have to open this up a wee bit more because of the curvature. Place this in number 3. Again, miss one and do the last hole. Now you can see how fast that was, and these are all accurate within thousandths of an inch. Now we've fitted the 6 3/8 dowels in there. They're all snug, but you need that for really tremendous strength. And what I usually do is when I'm dry fitting, usually I'll put in approximately 50% of the dowels, because sometimes if they're really snug, you have real difficulty getting apart. But anyway, so go to your check marks, a check mark here and here, and align them with the check mark here and there. And there we are. There's the final object. Very, very strong. Nothing stronger.